As Donald Trump is panicking with the election slipping away from him and Vice President Kamala Harris surging in the polls with Donald Trump stock, Trump media crashing with a superseding indictment filed against Donald Trump in Washington, D.C. federal court, here is what Donald Trump is doing. Here's what he is posting. It was post after post, dozens of posts just like this. He posted this: "Nothing can stop what is coming. Nothing. WWG1WGA. Retruth if you agree." That is the QAnon slogan, where we go one, we go all. QAnon is a death cult. Donald Trump is reposting death cult memes. Donald Trump then reposts this other QAnon post: "The world will soon understand. Nothing can stop what is coming." He then reposts another photograph of him, another QAnon post right here: "Nothing can stop what is coming." And you see in the background with kind of the lightning bolts, that is the QAnon imagery for "the storm is coming," meaning that Donald Trump will be holding public executions on Capitol Hill. That's one of the beliefs of QAnon. Donald Trump posts Vice President Kamala Harris, Nancy Pelosi, President Biden, Dr. Fauci, Hillary Clinton in orange jumpsuits. And then it says, "How to actually fix the system. Here is a start." Another repost by Donald Trump is this, and this is just so horrific and misogynistic and disgusting. Donald Trump reposts a photo of Vice President Kamala Harris with Hillary Clinton that says, "Funny how blowjobs impacted both their careers differently." Yes, folks, this is the leader of the Republican Party, the party that once claimed it embodied family values. You have the leader of the Republican Party posting a photo of Vice President Kamala Harris and Hillary Clinton, two of the most accomplished people in the world, mind you, in the United States of America, and he's reposting something that literally says, "Funny how blowjobs impacted both their careers differently." Then he posts this: "All roads lead to Obama. Retruth if you want public military tribunals." So yes, this morning, Donald Trump is calling for military tribunals in public with former President Barack Obama. That's what Donald Trump is doing this morning. Then Donald Trump posts this: "Indict the unselect January 6th committee. Sedition. Retruth," which is like their repost on his social media platform, "if you want to lock them up." And it's a photo of the January 6th committee. He then posts this. It's a repost with photographs of like Jack Smith. And if you look at it, it looks like a 2-year-old drew devil horns and red eyes over Jack Smith. And when you look at what the hashtags are, one of the hashtags are Second American Revolution, hashtag arrest Jack Smith, hashtag Trump 2024. So yes, Donald Trump is making reposts calling for a second American revolution. That's what Donald Trump is doing this morning. What else is he posting? Then this: "In the end, God wins," because of course he has to seize the imagery of religion to try to justify hashtag Second American Revolution. And then he reposts this bizarre photo of, I guess, his lawyer, Alina Habba, who's like lost every case. And it says in pink letters, "Presidential immunity, throw it out. Retruth if you want to end the judicial clown show." Oh, and then there's this repost right here where it talks about, it's referencing the former running mate of RFK Jr. And it says, "If Nicole can read this latest Jack Smith indictment and arrive at the truth, which is profoundly correct, how long will it be before other liberal mainstream media starts to realize the dirtbag Democratic criminal DC organization is trying to interfere in an election and destroy an honest man, his family, and MAGA victory in November and January 20th? Begin day one MAGA policies now proclaim even more evil, be exposed as more see MAGA truth. Yes, open they eyes, Lord." That was a repost that Donald Trump just made. In addition to that, Donald Trump's been sending email after email. Just take a look at the types of emails that he's sending. I subscribe to his email list so you don't have to. It's like this. Here's one of the subjects. Kamala and Mark Zuckerberg colluded. The other email, I was just indicted again. The other email, election interference, exclamation point. The next email, Zuckerberg deeply regrets caving to the deep state. The next one, have you had coffee yet? And then the next one, did you see Facebook CEO regrets colluding? And here's like an example of one of those emails when you open it up and it talks about, like, it says Kamala and Zuckerberg colluded. You click the email and this is what he's sending to the individuals who subscribe to this email list. You open it up and it goes, here's what happened. Kamala ordered her Silicon Valley henchmen to censor free speech and rig the election. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg admitted the collusion. Just can we pause there for a second? Collusion with what? Collusion with who? You were the government. You were the president at that time in 2020. You're saying that Vice President Kamala Harris, before she was the vice president, colluded with Mark Zuckerberg in Facebook to do what? To stop Hunter Biden dick pics from getting out, and that somehow is rigging an election against you because people didn't get to see his dick? For seriously, what are you even talking about here? You were the government. But he goes on to say in the email, she orchestrated the cover-up of the Hunter Biden story by the fake news media. She even weaponized the courts to have me gagged so I couldn't speak out. What are you even talking? She weaponized what court to make you not speak out in 2020? Hunter Biden, how is this related? Now you're speaking out. You're speaking out and saying the most unhinged things. You're speaking out and making posts that are misogynistic and disgusting. You clearly have the ability to speak out, and this is how you speak out. And I don't even want to describe you and compare you to a petulant 3-year-old because how dare anybody act like this at all. It's that time of year. Football season is kicking off, and Prize Picks is the ultimate way to amp up your game day experience. As America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, Prize Picks makes it incredibly easy and exciting to play. So here's the deal. You simply pick more or less on player stat projections. It's just you against the numbers, not complicated matchups against other players. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks. With as little as 4 correct picks, you can turn $10 into $1,000. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks is the best way to win real money this football season. Which players are going off? Which ones aren't? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long on Prize Picks. Preseason football is underway, but you can also pick more or less on 2024 season stats on Prize Picks. Will Patrick Mahomes throw for more or less than 4,300 yards? Will CJ Stroud's sophomore season result in more or less than 4,150 yards? Enter your season picks before week 1 kicks off. I made my first $10 deposit and received an instant $10 bonus. If you have the skills, you can play for a shot at turning your $10 into $1,000. Want to join? Download the Prize Picks app today and use code Midas and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code Midas on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Then Donald Trump goes on to say, she even weaponized the courts to have me gagged. Also, you wouldn't be able to answer this one question. Will you be voting for Trump again? Then when you click it, it takes you to a link to donate. Then there's more emails like this, election interference, exclamation point. Oh, now he's reposting more right now. Here are new posts that he's making. Coup d'etat, the Durham report verdicts. FBI guilty, DOJ guilty, Comey guilty. None of these people were guilty. Actually in the Durham prosecutions, the 2 people that he ended up charging were found not guilty by a jury, almost like immediately with very little deliberation because the cases were bogus because you were actually trying to weaponize the DOJ against your enemies by appointing Durham as a special counsel. But in any event, why should he even be appointed as a special counsel? Your judge, Judge Eileen Cannon, said special counsels don't even exist at all. So how could a special counsel even be preparing a report if special counsels don't exist, according to Judge Eileen Cannon? Riddle me that one. But what you're saying, the FBI is guilty, DOJ is guilty. None of these people are guilty. What are you talking about? Then he reposts more Alina Habba. Oh, he's obsessed with posting photographs of Alina Habba. Donald Trump is the biggest threat to the corrupt political and justice system we have. I mean, he hates the United States of America. More posts about the January 6th committee. Another post with Jack Smith's face. Jackal Smith is a career criminal, a political weapon against America. He should be prosecuted for election interference and prosecutorial misconduct. That's what he's doing. Anyway, here's Donald Trump's stock right now. Trump Media is down to $19.49. Take a look. It's been going down every single day. We've been covering that here. But look, the team Harris Walls launched a new paid media campaign focusing on the dangers of Trump's Project 2025. Let me show you the new ad that they just dropped. Let's play it.
Donald Trump's back, and he's out for control.
I would have every right to go after them.
Complete control.
I will wield that power very aggressively.
And he has a plan to get it.
Detailed plans for exactly what our movement will do.
It's called Project 2025, a 922-page blueprint to make Donald Trump the most powerful president ever, overhauling the Department of Justice, giving Trump the unchecked power to seek vengeance, eliminating the Department of Education, and defunding K-12 schools, requiring the government to monitor women's pregnancies, and severe cuts to Medicare and Social Security. Donald Trump may try to deny it, but those are Donald Trump's plans.
Well, revenge does take time, I will say that. And sometimes revenge can be justified.
He'll take control. We'll pay the price.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
And we here at the Midas Touch Network created a new short. Here's a short that we did at the Midas Touch Network about Trump's behavior. Play this clip.
We will be creating so much electricity that you'll be saying, please, please, President, we don't want any more electricity. We can't stand it. You'll be begging me, no more electricity, sir.
Is someone you're thinking of hiring promising things that sound too good to be true?
I could stop wars with a telephone call.
Do their facts and figures not add up?
Actually, beyond a number of 100%. It's a much higher number than that, but
Does the candidate seem self-absorbed?
people have come up to me and they say, Sir, thank you. Sir, thank you. Sir, I want to thank you. You've made me a hero to my wife and to my family.
In all likelihood, you've encountered the malignant narcissist. Malignant narcissism is a severe personality disorder that pairs the self-absorbed behavior of narcissists with the unfeeling manipulation of sociopaths. Unlike those who simply enjoy recognition from their peers, the malignant narcissist is driven by a desire to dominate for personal gain. And there are red flags you can look out for. Like, do they have an unrealistic view of their own importance?
I have been the best president for the black population since Abraham Lincoln.
Do they only regard other people as tools for personal gain?
I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care.
Do they lack empathy, even for children?
Actually, I was only kidding. You can get the baby out of here. I think she really believed me that I love having a baby crying while I'm speaking.
Do they speak with an excessive use of superlatives?
Who are the best and who are the worst? Best, the worst, biggest, lowest, best. I find it to be about the worst.
If the candidate you're interviewing exhibits some or all of these red flags, trust your instincts and show them the door. Your organization deserves an employee that can lead with integrity and respect. Stay vigilant. Look for the red flags.
Finally, let me show you this one here. The real-life Logan Roy. Can't stand Donald Trump. Plot twist. Here's Succession's Brian Cox demolishing Donald Trump. Watch this.
Dr. Lecter.
The late Dr. Lecter.
The late, great Dr. Lecter.
He's nuts.
Trump.
Oh, I won't even say his name. He's nuts. I call him the Pink Pinocchio.
What do you make of him?
Well, him.
Yeah.
He's nuts. He's mad. I mean, he's unpleasant. Because he's part Scottish. You know, his mother came from the Isle of Lewis. And, we have this thing called Tartan Week, and he's turned up a couple of times to there. And I remember one time I was there, and the man just made me feel like I wanted to go and have a shower.
Wow.
I found him really unpleasant. Just an unpleasant aura.
Energy.
But actually, at root, he's an abused child, I think.
His father.
Yeah. I think there's something, and he was more resilient than his brother, who became an alcoholic. And of course, his niece writes a lot about it as well.
She does, yeah.
About that family. And the mother was, I think, it was very beautiful from the Western Isles, and that's a very remote community, So his background is always highly questionable, his father being of German extraction.
So do you think that's mitigating?
I don't know if it's, as an actor, I have to think that it's a mitigating situation, because nobody is born bad. If you walk into a hospital and you go into the birth room where there's a lot of babies, try and pick out the Adolf Hitler or the Donald Trump. It would be impossible.
I show you all of this, folks, because that behavior that you saw, that's what Donald Trump is posting today. He posted that today. Have you heard any other corporate media talk about this? Have you heard anyone talk about this other than us? Maybe a handful of other independent media. This is what he is posting. This is his behavior today. I don't care what political party you're with. Put politics aside for a second, okay? Can we talk about decency and compassion? And can we talk about your heart? And can we talk about your family? And can we ask you, would you want to raise your children to behave like that? So why are you going to give that guy the nuclear codes? Why are you going to make that guy a leader over things that will impact your lives and your family's lives? And you better believe if he's making posts like that, imagine what he'll do to you. Sickens me. I'm Ben Meiselas. This is the Midas Touch Network. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million together. Thanks for watching.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the Midas Touch newsletter at MidasTouch.com/newsletter.